Hello, this is Mansa Priya here from Upcycled. I am a designer and a crafter. I do different kinds of craft, and thank you all so much for joining in today. So we are going to make a faux lippen art. I'm saying faux because we are not using mud here. We are using molded. It's an air drying clay instead. So as usual, I'm going to upcycle, as in I use a waste canvas cardboard and I'm going to work on it. So it's an 8 by 10 size, and then we are going to take some mirrors. I have a lot of mirrors in different shapes. So the more the shapes, the more the artwork is going to look better. In order to cut the clay, you can either use an old debit or credit card, a spatula, a scale, or a cutter. We'll need some colors. You can use chalk paints or acrylic colors or whatever you have handy. Some glue, a scale and pencil. Keep them handy so that you can draw geometric shapes easily. In case you don't have a canvas, you can either use a CD, paint it on, work on it, or you can probably use any surface that you have. You can use a cardboard or anything. So let's get started. I'm going to quickly draw a pattern. For beginners, draw as easy pattern as possible because we are going to work with clay here. So clay as in the Fevicryl molded in this case. So keep the design simple and spacious so that you'll be able to work easily. I'm going to draw a big border here. I want all of you to create the designs of your own. Don't just copy this design and do the same. At the end of the session, I'd like to see different results from all of you. Use different colors, use different designs and patterns that you like. I'm just demonstrating one easy pattern for you all. So I'm again drawing a 1/2 inch line here across my border. You'll see why. So lippen art is a traditional art from Rajasthan, India, and usually Rajasthanis, they used to use a special kind of clay and mirrors, and they used to do clay mud work on their houses. Isn't that interesting? All their front part of the houses were decorated with mirrors and mud decorations. So they used to look very pretty, and that's what we are taking inspiration from. We are going to create a little wall art for ourselves. This is a very simple project to begin with. We can complicate it as you want once you get a hang of it. So I'm taking the halves of those lines to just draw a quick clay. This is Fevicryl molded. It is a resin clay which hardens with air. So there will be two parts in it. One is the resin and the other one is a hardener. We'll just have to mix them equally and thoroughly, making a soft dough. Make sure you're working quick with this thing because it dries out pretty quick. So I'll tell you a few tips where you can save the clay without drying so fast. I have saved the wrapper of this so that I can save the extra clay in there while I'm working with the others. Make sure both the parts are thoroughly mixed. So I'm almost done mixing. Mix both parts so that there is a uniform color and we'll have a soft and pliable dough kind of consistency. Instead of molded, you can always use a modeling clay. I'm just taking a little bit of it and keeping the rest of the clay inside the cover. You can either use a cling wrap and save it in a container or something so that it doesn't dry out so quick. Now using my palm, I'm just rolling it down into thin lines like so, thin cylinders, and then I'm going to attach it here. So I'm using a little glue over the drawing that we have done. Apply very light amount of glue so that we can stick this thing. Now you can cut it with a cutter, a scale, or whatever you have in handy. You can use a debit card, anything of your choice which you're comfortable with. I'm going to make those lines all over the design that we have formed. Traditionally, in the Rajasthan form of art, they use a special mix of mud clay. They make it by themselves and using a cone like the one that we do mehendi. That's how they draw it, using a cone. So we are just doing a 4 lippen art here. So I'm using this clay and adding it over the shape like so. Make sure you're not touching the clay too much with the fingerprints or pressing it very hard so that it loses its shape. So be as tender as possible with it and then roll out quickly. With this clay you'll have to work fast because it dries out with air. So I'm just adding. So just follow the pattern and add the clay as desired. You can see how I'm going to quickly add all the clay that is rolled out. And remove the excess clay from the pattern using a scale or any cutter that you have. So now I'm again rolling out into thin cylinders like so. So add thin layer of glue and add it over the lines now. Start adding clay from the center to the outside so that it is easy for you to add it and your hands wouldn't smudge the clay. Make sure they are on perfect lines. Adjust it accordingly with your fingers very gently so that it doesn't lose its shape or adds fingerprints. Make use of every bit of clay. In all my classes, I educate my students not to waste any supply. Make sure you're not wasting anything. Here the canvas that I've taken is also an old canvas that that I've made for sanitization, and it is no more required, so I'm just using it for this purpose. So always try to reuse your resources and create beautiful things out of it. That's what Upcycled is all about, and I like, and I voice out that we'll have to reuse and repurpose what we have, and then we can create beautiful things without creating much of carbon footprint. Don't you all agree? On this note, let's reuse, repurpose all we have. This summer, probably make art out of anything that you can reuse, say plastic bottles or glass bottles that you want to throw away, or anything that is there, scrap piece of fabric. There are a lot of different tutorials available on my channel. It is Upcycled by Manasa on YouTube. You can check out a lot of tutorials and ways to do it there. So I'm beginning to add more clay, and if you're having smaller portions, probably add somewhere that requires smaller amount of clay. Like I've added the top line there. This art can be done over any surface, like a glass bottle, over your coasters, around a mirror. It looks pretty wherever you would like to do it. So try different methods once you learn it. And I would like to see your work. Please share your pictures of what you have done, and also tag me over social media. My Instagram handle is Upcycled by Manasa. So I would love to see what you have done with your art. So far, I hope everybody understood what we are doing. We have painted a canvas. If you are using any other surface, make sure it is white so that you can work on it. In case you are using a CD or cardboard, paint it in white and then start working. We have drawn a pattern first, and then now we are adding some clay using glue. Let's continue adding clay all over the surface that we have drawn. This is a very therapeutic process, rolling of the clay, then adding it and making different shapes. It is fun to do both for kids and for elders. I'm sure you're enjoying it so far. Keep the rest of the clay closed so that it doesn't dry out. I always recommend wrapping it over plastic and storing it in a box with a lid, or probably use it in the cover like I am doing it right now, and quickly work with it before it gets dried out. This molded dries out pretty quick, so we'll have to be fast with what we are doing. Now we are done with the center. I'm going to add the sides of it as shown in the picture. We began with a very basic shape because for beginners it would be tough to roll out the clay in different shapes. So I want you to practice lines and curves with the clay, and then probably draw a design that you desire. try to make the lines as even as possible. Roll out as even as possible. It's okay if there are small imperfections. Handmade always has some imperfections. Don't worry about that. Just enjoy the process and keep rolling. I'm sure you already must have got a hang of how to roll the clay and add it onto the surface by now. Repeat the process until we are done with the entire pattern. close to the end of adding clay here. So I'll show you once this is done. This is how it looked. It is all nice and dry. Now I'm adding little balls, making little roundels of the clay that is left out, and I'm adding a little design onto the semicircles. Just go creative with what you have. One more thing is, make a pattern that suits the mirrors that you have. For example, I have a round mirror to be added at the center, so that's why I've made a circle at the center. If you're having a diamond or a square, make the shape accordingly. I've done this on all the 4 sides. And now I'm taking a pencil and just poking it on the circle to form a pattern here, just to add some more design. I'm just poking at the center of each roundel that we have added there and making a little pattern. I'm repeating the process on all the 4 sides again, and you can see how a beautiful pattern is formed. Now I'm making a little bigger balls. I'm going to add it over here all around the circle. Try to make them as even as possible and add all around the circle. Again, this is an optional thing to do. You can create any shape that you like to do. I'm trying to give a shell-like effect all around the circle. So once I'm done adding all the clay around the circle, I'll show you how to create a little shell with these. Using a scale, I'm going to form a line here. You can see how it gives the look of a shell or a coffee bean right here. So with just simple impressions, you make different effects on your artwork. Just play around with whatever tools you have. Earlier I used a pencil, now I'm using a scale. So clay art is very shell, or you can call it a coffee bean. It's totally up to you. For me, I like to think it as a shell. So there we have it. We're almost done on one part. And again, adding the design. Don't delay adding the design too much because the clay tends to dry out, so you'll not be able to make impression after it has dried out. So while it is still drying or while it is still semi wet, you can make impressions. I'll quickly go and color everything in white so that everything would be even, because the background is white and then the molded is in a different shade, as in light grayish color. So we are going to even that out, color everything in white or any base color that you like. Some people prefer colors, I'm going with white, so it's totally up to you. Just make a frame of mind of what colors are going where, and then probably using the color scale you can go ahead and color it up. Make sure everything is colored properly, all the grooves and the edges. I'm using acrylic paints here. You can use chalk paints or whatever you have handy. Oil paints also would look nice. I'm done coloring all the base in white. Everything is covered perfectly. Now I'm taking a little purple color to add to my border. Now I'm working while the white paint is still wet, so that I'll get little pastel colors. When the white and purple mixes, it gives a beautiful light purple. It's totally up to you on what colors you would like to go with your artwork. All Indian traditional forms are nice and bright, so I'm just going with all the bright colors here. Usually all my work is light colors or pastels that I use in my work, if you see on my Instagram feed. But here for Lipan art I'm going with a bright purple, pinks, reds and stuff. So choose the colors that go well together. Make sure you're covering the edges as well so that it looks nice and uniform. And try not to add paint over the clay, as in on the top side of the clay, because the line would define the beautiful pattern here. So we would rather not color on the top of the clay, but color it between those. Always paint in one direction so that no lines are formed, and Adding one more color in the color pink. I'm going to add it over the corners like a checker, so opposite sides. Just play around with a lot of color and make sure they are contrast colors so that everything comes bright and it comes pops out. I'm adding it over the lines as well. Also, while painting, plan where you're going to place your mirrors so that we can, see how it goes. I'm planning to add some mirrors over the pink, so I'm gently painting it all over in those lines. This art is also called mud mural or Lipankam. You can browse for pictures of these to take inspiration of what kind of designs are taken. They are all available on the internet. So just take some inspirations and create your own. Just don't copy those designs. Try to take inspiration of the shapes and then form your own pattern. That's how your creativity is developed. I'm taking a bright red now. Once I'm done with the red, try to clean your brushes between the colors so that they would, or use different brushes with each color so that everything doesn't blend into each other and make a mess out of it. So now I'm going to add a bright yellow at the center and over the corners. How do you like the pattern so far? Is it nice and bright? What are your choice of colors? Probably I would like to hear from you. bringing out all my mirrors. We'll add glue to the center and add the circle mirror here. See, doesn't that look pretty? Don't worry if there is little glue over the top of the mirror or a paint attached. We can always use a moist cloth and clean the mirrors once all your artwork is done. Or while attaching the mirrors, use a forceps to add your mirrors so that nothing is stuck to it. I'm just using the hand. Here our motive is to use as minimum supplies as possible and create art. So I'm going to add those diamonds onto the centers like so. Just press it into the space. Don't worry, like I said, if there is any paint or glue or clay attached to it, we can always clean it with a moist cloth at the end once everything is dry. So I'm repeating the process and adding the diamonds onto the edges. How do you like it so far?
I don't know.
Now we are done with the circle and the edges. I'm going to add some squares onto the lines. I'll show you once this is done. Now that it is done, I'm going on to add the border. I'm taking the diamond shaped mirrors and doing a crisscross to form the border, just like the leaves. Initially we have drawn a center line, so I'm taking that as my clue and adding mirrors onto it. I'm really excited to see how you're going, what all designs you have done and what colors you have used. So please do share with me once this class is done, and I would like to see you tag me over social media. My handle is Upcycle by Manasa. So see you all there then. I'm finishing to add the mirrors over the borders. Try to make it as even as possible. This looks much prettier when you see it with your eyes because the mirrors shine much brighter, and it makes a beautiful home decor or a great gift for your friends and family. Always try to make something handmade for your loved ones. They'll surely enjoy the time that you have taken to do something for them, and also it helps our environment. So try to reuse. And ta-da! Our foam Nippon art work is done. It is so beautiful. I can't wait for the glue to dry and show you how this looks. And this is a very simple and very relaxing project to do. Please do give it a try. It's great for youngsters as well as elders. And thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the session today. Here's a close-up of what we have done. And this is how it looked. Pretty, isn't it? Thank you so much for watching. Do check out other tutorials on my YouTube channel. It is Upcycle by Manasa on YouTube. Thank you.